Yay! So Tim was kind enough to point out that yeah, we have a full bisque fire kiln. So the next couple of days we're going to be firing bisque, and I want this little guy to be a part of that firing, and maybe 2 or 3 other ones. And then because I have a whole bunch of bone dry ones that I will be decorating in the bisque stage with the underglazes or the celadon. So this is our first mini fairy house with the sweet little flower roofs that's going to get color on it. Yay! Thanks for coming, everybody. You and me, babe. You and me, babe. It's just nothing else like you. We're ready to go. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna decorate these guys. And I have pondered as to whether or not it would be better with like celadons, so translucent colors and things, which I think could be really cute, or underglazes, which are more opaque. And I'm still kind of on the fence of all of that. This one is not completely bone dry. And if you're gonna do underglazes, typically doing them when they're not entirely bone dry is the best way to go. Because they'll still absorb the moisture of the underglaze, but they're not as likely to crack while you're working on it because they've already got moisture in them. So this one is not entirely bone dry. It is a little closer than I normally like to work with, though. But I'm gonna see about decorating this little guy. I am thankful for a fantastic opportunity to be in here today, because I did not think that was gonna happen, because I was up against the wall on some of my computer work. So I've been on a computer all day, and Tim came home and he decided he wanted to go rollerblading. So he's out rollerblading, and I figured, well, you know, if I can get an hour in the studio, wahoo. So here I am, hour in the studio. We're gonna see how far we can get on this super ultra mega little piece of fairy happiness. So here's a tip. When your mommy comes and does an amazing job decorating fairy houses, have her tag all of your paint, all the paintbrushes she uses, with what she did with them, like windows, in order to repeat said epic amazingness. So this one had a chip out right here. And sometimes you can fill that in with underglaze depending on how much clay your underglaze has in it. I don't know if you can really see it. But I don't like the way that I don't like the way that looks. And sometimes on leather hard pieces, you'll need to, if it's too wet, it's not going to want to smooth out. But see how much smoother that is? I hope you can see. But now it'll paint up real nice and smooth. Look at how cute it is! It's so sweet! I love it. I love it so much. So very first one with color on it. Tim came out. You just heard him go in, I feel sure. He was working on some carving, the last carving that he needed done for the next bisque kiln. So bisque kiln load is next, but I am going to try and get a few more of these decorated because I'm thinking that the ones that I'm decorating right now will come out of the bisque kiln. And then I might be able to do a little bit of antiquing on one or two of them, just to kind of really make that texture and those lines and stuff really pop. I've never done it before, but I mean, how many things do I do on this channel that I've actually done before? Not a whole lot. Break things. I break things on this channel a lot. I am so grateful right now that it is dinner time and that I got all of my editing done and got a video out on time, and I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball on that kind of stuff, but you know, such is life. Sometimes you get behind the 8 ball, and that's okay. I am thankful that I did not have to skip a YouTube upload. So, you're welcome. Number 2! Getting some color. Got little roses on his head. The thing about painting these in the greenware stage is that they are fragile. And as you introduce, if you paint it, if you paint it while it's too leather hard, then it'll lose its shape. But if you paint it while it is too close to bone dry, then as you introduce water, it loses its integrity. Breaks. So, paper slip, or I might be able to just file that off and pretend like it's 2 little leaves instead of 1 big one. He's really cute otherwise. I'm thankful that Tim is home. And he's taking me out to dinner because it's date night. Okay! So, who thinks I can put this little guy back together with paper clay? Huh? Don't fail me now. Today, Superman went out on his rollerblades, which he does every day. And as happens on just about anything, really, you get to a proficiency level that you just don't fall that often until, there's some kind of anomaly. And he said, I'm going to go rollerblade, and then I'm going to come back into the studio, and I'm going to make some plates. And then we'll do some guitaring later on today. And yeah, he fell. Of all the things he could hurt. Not his knee, not his elbow, not his backside. He wasn't wearing wrist guards. So he is not going to be in the studio this week. Makes me so sad. But he seems to be doing pretty okay, and I feel absolutely certain that the chiropractor will be able to work on his wrists, as the chiropractor so very often does with mine, and all will be right with the world. Until then, though, I'm hanging out here while he binge watches some sci-fi happiness in the living room and ices his poor little wrist. But I am extremely thankful that he did not, in fact, hurt himself any worse than that. Those guys, when I fall on my rollerblades, the idea that I'll even get up is in question. Okay. So we got this little guy that we did today, and this little guy's got his chartreuse painted on him now. And this little guy here from yesterday is pretty much bone dry. Whew. I'd like to get 3 more of these into the kiln that are already painted, so that I can kind of determine, what I like better, painting it bisque or painting it leather hard. So yeah. And you can see real easily the 3 stages of this one
was this, this one was this wet when I first, but now he's bone dry. But you can see how the color's different here. So it's starting that color change, but it's not all the way bone dry. And when it starts changing color like that, that's when you're likely to lose something like that leaf by introducing water, because the integrity of the piece just melts away with the water. But aren't they precious? Aren't they precious? I just love them. I just love them. I love every one of them. I love them all. But I don't have enough room in my house for it to become a museum. So I need you all to go and pick one out at callustemily.com. Of course, these aren't there yet, so have a good one, guys. This little guy, I love you so much. Tim told me today, he said, you need a t-shirt with fairy houses that says, I love them so much. I think he's right.